Welcome to your yoga practice for the week. You won't really need any props for this practice, but if you'd like to have a pillow or a bolster or a couch cushion or whatever for your shavasana or for any support in this practice, you can also have blocks and a strap. Those are always good to have in a yoga practice. I use them all the time just to bring the floor towards you and to help you stretch a little bit more. So we're gonna go ahead and start here in child's pose. So go ahead and bring your big toes to touch. Reach your fingertips out long. Get as long as you can from your hips to your fingertips. And sink into this pose. As always, if you need support underneath your chest or in between your thighs, or between your thighs and your calves, I should say, you can go ahead and use that. And then go ahead and from the very tips of your fingers all the way down to your toes, just notice anything that's present for you right now. And if you want to massage your forehead, tilt your head back and forth on your mat just to massage out your forehead, you're welcome to do that if that feels good in your body. Of course, this is your practice, so know that you can make any adjustments or skip poses, or hang out longer in poses. Do what feels good in your body here. And then begin to come into your breath here. So notice what your breath is doing. Notice how your breath is different than if you were sitting up or standing up. You're in this pose that you're not usually in. So how is your breath different, and how can you find space? Maybe you breathe more into your back body. And then inhale through your nose, draw the breath up through your feet, fill up your knees, your hips, your belly, ribs, chest, through the top of your head, hold. And then exhale, send that breath all the way back down through the bottoms of your feet. We'll do that again. Inhale, fill all the way up. Think about your entire body filling up with air from feet to fingertips. And then exhale, send the breath all the way back down out through the feet. One more like that. Inhale, fill all the way up with air, entire body. Hold, and then exhale, empty it all the way out. Good. Seal your lips and then begin to inhale and exhale audibly through your nose. Constrict the back of your throat slightly, making audible ocean wave noises with the breath for Ujjayi Pranayama, or ocean sounding breath. And here begin to cultivate a rhythm to your breath. Maybe create an intention and try to stay with this breath, this rhythm the entire time. Notice when we move a little bit quicker what your breath does, as opposed to at the end of practice when we move a little bit slower. If you find that you've lost the breath, just come right back to it. Good. On your next inhale, go ahead and make your way up into tabletop. Stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. You can tuck your toes if you need more support. And then from here, inhale, melt your belly, lift your chin for cow pose. Exhale, tuck your pelvis, tuck your chin for cat. Inhale, melt your belly, lift your chin for cow. Exhale, round the spine up and back for cat. One more like that. Inhale, melt the belly, lift the chin for cow. Exhale, round the spine up and back for cat. Stay in cat pose. Walk your hands one full palm print forward. Bring your hips back towards your heels. And then on the inhale, bring your shoulders over your wrists. Come into cow pose. So this is a little bit wider cat-cow. Exhale, round the spine. Bring your hips towards your heels or your butt towards your heels. Inhale, shift forward, cow pose. One last time. Inhale, go ahead, or exhale, round, touch your butt to your heels. And then inhale, shift forward, come into cow pose. Good. From here, reach your right leg out long. Squeeze your glutes here. Inhale, tap your right toes, cross the over the left leg. Look back at your right toes over your left shoulder, and then exhale, tap your knee to your tricep. Inhale, extend, cross, look back. Exhale, crunch and tap. Inhale, extend, cross, look back. Exhale, crunch and tap. Inhale, extend the leg out straight. Go ahead and kickstand your left leg out. Lower the bottom of your right foot down. Inhale your right arm up to the sky for a modified side plank. So I want your wrist right underneath your shoulder here. And then just begin to make really big arm circles here. You can let your head hang down to get a deeper stretch in your neck if that feels good. So do this intentionally, do this slowly. About 3 one direction and 3 the other. Good. And then reach the fingertips straight up to the sky. Lift that right leg up. Really feel that contraction in the side body and the side of your butt. Exhale, lower the foot down, come back in through tabletop. Inhale, reach the left leg out long, squeeze your glute. On your next inhale, touch the left toes back, cross behind. Look back over your right shoulder at the left toes, and then exhale, bring your knee to your tricep. Inhale, extend, get that side body stretch. Exhale, knee to tricep. Last one, inhale, extend, cross, look back. Exhale, knee to tricep. Inhale, lengthen the leg straight out behind you. Squeeze that glute. And then from here, kickstand your foot out to the side a little bit. Lower the bottom of the left foot down. Inhale the left arm up, side plank. Even in this modified version, I still want you to engage your lower oblique here. And then go ahead and begin to make giant circles with your arm. As big as you can. Intentionally do this slowly. Really feel the stretch coming all the way up through your hip, through the arm as you do this. And then go ahead and reverse. About 3 one direction, 3 the opposite direction. And then when you're done, reach your fingertips straight up into the sky. Stay here or lift that left leg up. So you're making straight lines here. Squeeze that left glute. The left side glute is working here. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, lower that foot down, lower the hand down, come back into tabletop pose. Now from here, I'm gonna turn towards you. We're gonna heat up the glutes and get into the hip socket a little bit. So you're gonna inhale your right knee up. So it's like you're doing a fire hydrant. Keep the knee bent at 90 degrees, you can flex the foot. I don't want you to rotate the hip out. The height of this does not make a difference. Keep your hips square, and if you keep your hips square, you're not gonna be able to lift up your leg as far, that's fine. Stay for the inhale, and on the exhale, I want you to make big circles with the knee. So knee pushes back, and then inhale, bring the knee back in, make a big giant circle, warming up the hip socket. Go slow with this, do about 3 one direction, and 3 the other direction. And then after you've done this with the breath, I just want you to hold the leg out to the side. Feel that burn. You might feel it even more in the supporting leg, in the left leg. That is normal. Exhale, lower your right knee down. Inhale, lift the left. Keep the hips square. Keep that left hip down. Don't let it rotate out. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, push the knee back, and then inhale, bring it back through. So just make those big giant circles with the knee, with your breath slowly. And then change directions. You'll do 3 on one side, 3 on the other. And then after you've done that, you will hold that leg out to the side. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let it burn. Warm it up. Wake it up. Exhale, lower that knee down. Inhale your right arm up to the sky. Reach the fingertips straight up. Exhale, reach as far as you can underneath the left armpit. And then after you can't reach any further, set the whole shape down. You should feel this behind the right shoulder blade. This is a lovely upper back stretch. You can try to keep your hips stacked over your knees. Or if it feels better to bring your knees forward and kind of set your hips back a little bit, you can do that too. In my body, this is a better stretch, having my hips stacked over my knees. Your left hand can reach straight up. You can reach around, grab the right hip. And just be here and breathe. Good, stay for the inhale. Exhale, plant the hand. Inhale, reach the right fingertips all the way up. Exhale, plant the right hand. Inhale, lift the left fingertips up to the sky. Reach, and then exhale, reach underneath the right armpit. As far as you can. When you can't go any further, set the whole shape down. I feel this even more intensely on this side than the other side. That might be the same with you. And then with the right hand, you can reach the hand up. You can reach around, grab the opposite thigh. You can reach above your head. You can make arm circles, whatever you want to do here. Good. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hand down. Inhale, lift the left fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, lower the hand down. Go ahead and step your hands one full palm print forward. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. For your first downward dog of the practice, go ahead and pedal out your feet. You can bend knees, let your head hang. Push your shoulders up out of your hands. You can shift your hips from side to side. Good. From here, come into stillness. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee, rotate your hip out. Try to touch your heel to your butt. So feel this stretch all the way through the hip. If you want to take big circles with the knee, you can do that. Last round of breath here. Then exhale, lower the right foot down. Inhale your left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, point the hip to the left, heel to your butt. And you can stay here, or you can circle the knee around. Kind of like what we did in tabletop pose, except now we're doing it in downward dog. And then exhale, lower the foot all the way down. Good. Now from here, go ahead and walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Come into a forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, let the top of your body hang. Let your arms hang, let your head hang. You can shake your head yes and no. You can even clasp hands and hang them on the back of your head. You can shift the weight from your toes to your heels. I really like to do that. Good, let your fingertips fall, bend your knees, tuck your chin, exhale, roll up as slow as you can, letting your arms and head hang. For ragdoll, one vertebra at a time. When your head's the last thing to come up, reach your arms up to the sky, get long in your spine. Exhale, bring your palms down to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. And then go ahead and walk your hands out into a plank pose. And hold. Get as long as you can in your plank. Stack your shoulders right over your wrists. Squeeze your butt. Squeeze your quads. Reach your clavicles forward. Gaze is down. Get long in your spine. You can also come down onto your knees if you'd like. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows back. Slowly lower all the way down onto your stomach. Bring your hands to either side of the mat. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Inhale, lift up, oscillating cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Plant your hands underneath your elbows, next to your low ribs. Inhale, press into the mat, lift up, come into regular cobra. Make your neck long, shoulders out of your ears, gazes forward. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot to the right edge of your mat, lower your back knee down, come into runner's lunge. Nice hip opener here, so you can adjust your legs and your feet however it feels good in your body. I have my right toes slightly turned to an angle. Sometimes I like to come onto the knife edge of my right foot. You can stay here on your hands, you can come up onto blocks, you can come down onto your elbows if you want to. You can even reach around and grab the back foot for a quad stretch. Stay here with your breath. Good. Go ahead and let that go. Come back through center. Straighten your right leg. Point your right toes up. Okay, so from here you can set your hips back as far back as you want to, or that's available. And you don't have to keep this knee completely straight. You can have it bent if you need to as well. Get that hamstring stretch in the right side here. You can maybe bend and straighten the leg if you'd like to. But the flatter you keep your spine, the straighter you keep your spine, the more of a stretch you're going to feel in your hamstring. Last round of breath here. Go ahead and bend into that right knee. Bring the right knee next to the left. Tuck your toes, sit back up onto your heels. You're going to reach the right arm out long to the side. Point the thumb down. Bring it around. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Make a chicken wing with your left arm. All right. And then from here, you're going to bring your left ear to the shoulder. You're going to feel that stretch all the way up through your right neck. And then from here, you can drop the chin or you can lift the chin up. If this is too much on the feet, this gets pretty intense on the bottom of your feet, but it's really, really good to stretch out the fascia at the bottom of the feet. So you can always untuck your toes. You can place your knees up onto a prop, a block, or a pillow or something like that. That'll help get the pressure off of the bottoms of the feet and the toes a little bit. Couple more rounds of breath here. Find that sweet spot in your neck that you just want to hang out in and breathe into. Good, go ahead and let that go. Bring your hands forward, plant the hands, and then lift the knees up, come back into downward dog. We've got to do the other side. So inhale your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot to the left edge of your mat, lower the back knee down. We're back in runner's lunge here. Again, shift your foot and your legs around how you need to. I will give you the basic cue of the pose, but once you land your feet and your body, it doesn't mean it's glued there. So move it around if there is another variation that feels better in your body. This is about figuring out what your body needs and what feels good in your body. We all have different bodies, so know what it is that your body needs. Again, you can come onto the knife edge of your left foot. You can come down onto your elbows. If you want to reach around and grab that back foot, if it's available to you. If it's not available and you can't reach the foot, even just bending the knee a little bit might give you a better quad stretch. And if your knee is digging into the floor and it's uncomfortable, you can put something underneath the knee. You can even roll up your mat and place it underneath the knee. Have a towel or something nearby. Always support yourself. Another round of breath here. Go ahead and make your way back through center. Straighten out that left leg, point the toes up. Try to straighten out your spine as best you can. Even if you have blocks here and you want to put your hands on blocks, that's a really good option. Point and flex your toes. If you have any type of yoga practice, having blocks is so handy. It's okay if the knee is bent. Good. From here, go ahead and bend into that left knee. Bring the left knee beside the right. Tuck the toes. Sit back on the heels. We got to do the other side. Lift the left arm out. Thumb down. Grab the left wrist with your right wrist. Make a chicken wing with your right arm. And then drop your right ear to your shoulder. Feel that stretch all the way up. Maybe you feel it all the way up through the head, all the way down up into the upper back, the arm. And then you can drop the chin or tilt the chin back. Maybe open your mouth a little bit as you tilt your head back. Few more rounds of breath here. Good. Go ahead and let that go. And then from here, go ahead and come into a seat. Pick up your right leg with your arms and hold the lower leg bone like a baby. If this isn't available to you, you can always use your hands for this, all right? Just keep the leg lifted up. You'll probably still feel a stretch either way. And then what I like to do here is at first start to rock back and forth. This is a great stretch for your outer thighs and your glutes. The glutes, the butt muscles, are the biggest muscles in our bodies. And it's really good to stretch them out, give them some attention, give them a massage. And you can do that by planting the right hand and just putting your weight on that muscle and just moving it around. It's a nice way to give yourself a glute massage here. Especially if you're active or for whatever reason your glutes are sore, the muscle is sore. This is a great stretch to do with a sore butt. And you can control how far you want to go here, or where on the glute muscle you want to go. You can go all the way up to the top. You can go forward towards the sits bones. Good. And then when you're done with that, you can just set that right leg down on top of the left. It doesn't have to be perfect. Even if you have support underneath your knees, that's fine too. Just the best you can, set the right leg on top of the left. And then inhale, lengthen the spine up, and then exhale, begin to walk your hands forward. And you have some options here. You can keep your hands walked forward. You can walk them over to the right. You can walk them over to the left. Either way, you can do all three of those and just figure out which direction feels good in your body. Then breathe into this. Always send the breath to the muscles you feel being stretched. It'll bring more awareness to those body parts. Keeps you present. And then inhale, walk the hands back up. We're going to switch sides. So lay the right leg down, pick up the left leg in your arms, however you can here. And then I like to rock from side to side first. And then whenever you're ready, you can just lay that hand down and then begin to massage out the glute. And then whenever you're done with that, lay the left leg on top of the right, lengthen the spine, and then walk the hands forward. It doesn't matter how low you go here. It doesn't matter how stretchy you are, how far down you can go. As long as you feel the stretch is what I'm looking for. Flexibility is a practice. You don't just, or at least most people don't just have it. You have to work at it. Why this is a practice. You practice every day. And of course, you can walk your hands from one side to the other. Notice how that feels in your body. You can hang out in a spot that you feel needs some attention. Go ahead and make your way back up. Come all the way onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Grab for the outsides of your feet for happy baby. And of course, you can grab the outsides of your feet. You can grab your toes. You can grab your ankles. I like to rock from side to side. That gives my lower back a massage. Go lay down, Moose. No, over here. Come here. Come. Moose. Lay down. Just stay with your breath here. Sometimes I like to try to extend my legs out long. If you pull your feet in towards your chest, that might feel good. And then extend your legs up long to the sky. Get a nice little inversion here. If you want to have your hips elevated, you're welcome to do that. Or not. And then just roll out the ankles. You want to widen your legs and just kind of let them hang out. Sometimes I like to put my hands or my arms on my legs for more weight. If a plow pose is in your practice or shoulder stand, you can make your way up there, but no worries if not. Where you are is perfectly okay. And then you might even want to do this pose against a wall, like having your legs up the wall. I've read a lot of things about this pose, legs up the wall, having different benefits like relieving headache, tension, and stress and things like that. So you might try that for your Shavasana, but we are going to head into Shavasana. So if you can scoot up next to a wall, and just really easily, you can just scoot your butt up next to the wall and then lift your legs up. You can even have your hips up on a pillow or a bolster for this to elevate your hips above your heart. If that feels good, you can do that as well. And then just let your arms come out long to the sides and then rest. And this is how we will end. Of course, you can come into any Shavasana that you'd like. But really just make sure that in your well-deserved Shavasana, you just let go of all of the tension in your body. Maybe do that full body scan again. Notice how you feel. Notice how it's different or maybe the same as how you felt at the beginning of your practice. And then just let everything melt. Let your eyebrows, your jaw, your tongue, your scalp, your teeth, let everything just melt and sink into the earth beneath you. Notice or imagine just your skin melting into your muscle and just melting into the bone, melting into the floor. Get melty. Of course, you're always welcome to stay here for as long as you'd like, but I will say namaste here. Thank you so much for sharing your breath and your energy with me on the mat. From my heart to yours, the light in me sees and honors the light inside of you. Namaste.